Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Thursday, the 21st of December, comes to you from London. And we start by looking at the dollar index. Dollar actually still bearish short term, but the medium term is still bullish. Just holding this 92.70 level. That's quite key at the moment. If we go lower than that, that's a little bit of a breakdown. So we've got to just keep an eye on that. But at the moment, we are range bound now between this sort of low that we saw in September and the high that we saw in October. And if we break that high, then that would be bullish for the dollar. This medium-term bullishness is quite key. The euro is looking stronger short term, and on the medium term, just starting to creep out of that bearish territory. So euro is looking a bit stronger now, and against the yen, the dollar is looking strong. Sterling is looking strong against the dollar at just nudging the 134 level. Against the euro, sterling is still weak short term, and against the Swiss franc, we're still below the cloud in the short term, and the Aussie dollar, we're just seeing a recovery at this 175 level. Bitcoin is just coming off a little bit. Quite interesting here. We were into the high 19,000s area. We're really testing support around the 16,000 mark. We see here in the last several hours of session here yesterday, we were just nudging this 16,000 level, so that's quite key. So will this be a sell-off, or is this just pausing for breath? We just have to wait and see. Keep an eye on the 1-minute charts. The S&P 500 index was down very slightly, but still bullish above the cloud. Nasdaq also very slightly down, still bullish above the cloud. The Dow looking good, and the Russell 2000 actually was up slightly, so bullish above the cloud. The S&P future is slightly up, and the Nasdaq E-mini slightly down, so no clear direction on which way the US will open today. The FTSE 100 is slightly up and looking bullish now above the cloud on all three time frames, but a real shortage of big upside targets on the short-term chart there. FTSE 250 also bullish above the cloud, again a shortage of upside targets. The DAX just creeping below the cloud, so it's bearish in the short term, and that's quite interesting. That stronger euro having an impact. Nikkei is actually looking bullish above the cloud in all three time frames on the weaker yen. Hang Seng looking strong, and Shanghai just starting to recover on the short-term chart, but still got a little bit of work to do in the medium term. The Indian market looking strong, bullish in all three time frames, and the Australian market also looking quite strong. Brent crude is bullish above the cloud on all three levels. We're nudging it was 64.30 this morning on Brent, and WTI is nudging the $58 mark, so looking stronger there as well. US nat gas sitting at around 264. So still bearish on the short-term chart, and copper holding its bullish position as well. Taking a look at gold, gold up very, very slightly this morning. Still bullish on the short-term chart. Silver down a little bit, so but still bullish on the short-term chart. The medium-term chart is bearish. U.S. Treasury yields nudging this 250 mark now. That says 2.5% yield there, looking stronger. Apple was off slightly, but still bullish. Google again off 0.5% last night, but still bullish. Amazon bullish above the cloud, and Facebook just struggling really at this 180 levels, just really proving to be a resistance level for Facebook. And Microsoft is still bullish above the cloud as well. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.